Hi Internet, it's been a while, so I thought I would do one of these. A lot of things have changed in the past bit since I last talked to you guys, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue these videos, but I've been getting a comment or two here and there saying that they help, and if it helps people, I want to keep doing this. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. I've been thinking a lot about things and talking with my counselor, and I think I finally come to a realization of where my social anxiety actually really does stem from. And it stems from the way I perceive myself and the way I kind of perceive others. And that sounds kind of obvious, but I'll get down more into specifics. I don't know how long this video is going to run, by the way. I'm just winging it again. Part of the problem is that the way I perceive myself is being primarily a bother to other people. I do not like asking other people for favors. I do not like asking other people for help, because I consider what they're doing at the moment to be far more important than any problems I currently have. So when I'm at a grocery store and I see a guy and he's stocking shelves, he's putting stuff on shelves, and I need help, I need some assistance in the store, I don't want to go ask him for help because I consider what he's doing, stocking shelves, more important than me getting the product that I need. And this is kind of how I see myself in pretty much everything. Is I feel like I'm bothering people a lot of the time. I feel like I'm being a nuisance or annoying. And I'm coming to realize that this isn't necessarily true, but it's still very, very difficult for me to wrap my mind around the fact that, some people do genuinely enjoy spending time around me, and I don't really know why they feel that way. I don't really know why people would like me, because I spend a lot of time with myself, and I have a hard time coming up with reasons why people would. I think that's pretty common for a lot of people. According to one of my friends, it is. So I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that, people do genuinely care and do genuinely like me, and I still don't believe it sometimes. But that is a big part of how I view myself, is I feel like I'm being a burden or bothersome to people a lot of the time. Like, there's a guy I'd really like to get to know better, not in a romantic way, it's just I want to get to know him better. And so I keep trying to contact him, but I don't know if, he's not very responsive. He's not really responsive to anyone, I'm finding. And I keep feeling like he doesn't like me, or I'm just bothering him, and I really do not want to try reaching out to him any more than I already have, because I don't want to be a nuisance. And I'm kind of just going, maybe he's got other stuff going on, and I shouldn't just assume that I'm being a nuisance, or assume that people don't like me, or assume people are annoyed, because most of the time it's not true. It is true some of the time, I'm sure, that where I'm annoying, but I can't let that hang up of believing that I'm a bother to people, and believing that I'm a burden on other people, keep getting in the way. And something that my counselor brought up last time I was there when we were talking about this is that I have a very strong need to feel useful in conversations, and that kind, in conversations, if I'm not contributing, if I'm not making jokes, if I'm not adding information to the conversation, if I'm unable to feel useful in that way, I will get very anxious, and I will get very depressed, honestly. And he thinks, and I think he's probably right about this, that the reason why I need to be useful is a compensation for believing that I'm bothersome. And I think we're really onto something. I don't know really how to go about fixing this, I think part of it is just kind of trying to figure out how to not believe that I'm a bother all of the time. But I think that we've really nailed it, and I'm kind of wondering, I don't really know people who watch my videos, if any people do. Maybe this is the same for you. Maybe you feel the same way, that you feel like you're a burden or bothersome to people, and I think it's just important to tell yourself, whoever's watching, that it's not true. Like, I don't believe that other people are bothersome or burdens, but I believe that about myself, and I know it's not true. It's just really hard to get myself to believe it sometimes, but I hope this was helpful. I'm going to keep you updated on what I keep doing with this, but I really think that for me is the core issue. It might very well be different for you, but for me it is this belief that I have that I'm being bothersome to people if I'm not being useful. Anyway, that was all for now, and thank you guys for watching my videos. I hope they're helpful. Again, I hope that I'm being useful to someone and not being a bother. Hopefully the next one will be a bit more chipper, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.